Hello and welcome to another episode of Improv Sucks. I'm your host, Nelson Velazquez. It is the walking edition. Yes, we're doing our first episode outside of the friendly confines of my house here this season, and I'm enjoying it. So I hope you enjoy it too. Who knows? I might get mauled while this is happening. With that said, I wanted to bring up some tips that I've got with regards to hosting jams. Now, I've been hosting a jam for a little over 2 years in Chicago, and I've kind of developed my own voicing and my own style of hosting, and I thought I would share that with you. So here are 3 things that you can do to make your jam totally awesome. Number 1, think about the kind of jam that you wanted whenever you were on the other side of the hosting paradigm. I like to try to give everyone at my jam the jam that I always wanted when I was brand new to improvisation. I got a lot of people who were like not really into giving me a really good experience. Like it felt more like a burden than it felt necessarily like a privilege to share their knowledge and share what it is that they know about improvisation. So try to think about the people that are going to be there and try to give them the jam you always wanted as a student. Tip number 2, come in with a lot of energy. Yeah, that's why I'm getting my steps on. I got to get in shape, man. Going 2 hours at least for a jam, nonstop, trying to keep the energy going is super important, right? And the reason is because if you come in with low energy, your people at the jam are going to mirror your energy. If you're not enthused about having fun, they're not going to be enthused about having fun. It's especially important whenever you're doing like really The third thing I recommend is going in and having a lot of variety into your jams. Have that variety. Try to get people up as much as possible and also give them as much downtime as possible. Invite them to participate as little or as much as they want. Always stressing that you want them to participate as much as possible, right? Giving them variety as far as like line games that everybody or maybe a lot of people can get up for. Also maybe having some scenic games sprinkled in between, and maybe some just gimmick games that anybody can play, right? So think about it from the perspective of complexity, having varying complexity, having varying lengths of games, in different types, some physical, some mental, like really getting into it from that perspective. Another thing to think about is maybe adding music to what you do. What? I know. If you have the access to an MD and a musical director, and they can help you out with the jam, have some musical games in there, man. We don't have enough music when it comes to these improv jams. I try to provide as much music as possible, either through underscoring or actually playing some games. I'm fortunate enough to be a musical director, so I have that luxury. But even if you play guitar, or if you want to do like a rap or something, try to find a way that you can weave in some music into those games. Last but not least, really encourage the people who are attending the jam to be super supportive of themselves and of each other. Have them clap, have them hoot and holler, have a lot of interaction with them. Just get them involved, because it's hard enough to do improvisation when you're in class, but let alone when you have other people you don't know, or you're a little, intimidated by, the skill sets that you might be playing with, right? So, it's important, if we can get them super hyped about just supporting each other, it'll make the entire experience easier for everybody involved. Well, that's it. What do you think? What are some tips that you've got? Do you run a jam? If you do, put the link to your jam in the comments below. If you've got some cool ideas that you'd like to do during your jams, share those in the comments. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, turn on the bell for notifications, and let me know what's going on. Anyway, I've been your host, Nelson Velazquez. Oh shit, there's a dog. I'll talk to you later.